Please welcome to the stage the 2007 and 2008 Skee Ball World Champion, Dave Mercer.
Georgetown, South Carolina, how's everyone doing today? We want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here today. Of course, this is the Bass Pro Shop's Bassmaster Elite at Winyah Bay, and second time the Elite Series is back here. Excited to be here. We started with 75 anglers on day number 1, cut it down to 35 today, and our job today is to pick 10. The top 10 will move on to Championship Sunday, and we'll crown an Elite Series champion right here on this stage tomorrow afternoon, right here in South Carolina for the second week in a row. How cool is that? Trip, this venue, you know, I think Rick Clunn said it best, you know, to win the Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year, you want these guys to be totally tested, and boy, have they been tested this week. You know, a different body of water, some of them running hundreds of miles literally. But that's why this is truly a test of the best.
It is, and you and I have had a quick peek backstage, and we've got some great bags. And you put this caliber of anglers on a fishery, even though it is spread out, we allow them to go anywhere without locking anywhere in South Carolina. And that is a lot of water here, folks. So, but I thought about what Rick Clunn said. I go flashback to the 90 Classic up in Richmond. You know, weights were about what we're seeing this week, and then he figured out the puzzle and busted that big bag on a tidal fishery, much like this. And Rick Clunn will always tell you, if one person can figure it out, the other 74 should be able to figure it out. And some of those anglers have done that this week. You know, about 3.5 hours west of here, Dave, you're seeing a lot of fist pumps today in Augusta. And they're, you know, it's a moving day over there, and you're going to see a lot of fist pumps on this stage. And this stage will mean as much to these anglers as Augusta National does to those golfers. So it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out. Championship Sunday tomorrow, as you said, 10 anglers. We'll roll them through in these beautiful Toyotas. Invite everyone to come out in the morning. We promise we'll get you out there, take off, and get you back in the car before the Nats take over, because they're pretty prolific about 7:30. Trust me. But it's been a great week, you know, and look at these crowds. We had fantastic crowds last week in over at Lake Hartwell, and then look at this today. South Carolina never lets us down.
Never lets us down, and we love being here in the beautiful South Carolina weather. And this is going to be on ESPN2. Who here wants to be on camera? All right. So we need to show the world that Georgetown, South Carolina knows how to party. On the count of 3, I need 30 seconds of absolute insanity. 1, 2, 3. You guys are awesome. Okay, slow down, slow down. You're going to be exhausted before I ever bring an angler out. I think you guys are ready to get going. Are you ready? You know the rules. When you see us spin the towel, you need to get really, really loud. One more time. Are you ready? Let's get ready to win! Our very first angler, all the way from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Corey Johnston. Had 22 pounds, 14 ounces. Look out, 5 fish, 17 pounds, 6 ounces. And the Johnston Juggernaut moves north of the border with 40 pounds and 4 ounces. We have a brand new leader. Wow, what a day, and the perfect day to have it. You know, it's all about the finish line, you know, in every sport. You know, you want to be there at the end, and you're going to be part of this, and to get your biggest bag of the tournament, the biggest bag of the tournament here on day number 3. Sounds like things are going to be fun tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm probably not going to get a lot of sleep tonight. I went out, you know, I I fished my area. I found out what they were doing real quick, and it was just one of those days. You couldn't do anything wrong, so I feel like the fish are coming to me. So I'm going to go out there tomorrow and see what happens.
Put yourself in a great spot, sitting in the top 10 coming into this event in Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Your brother got close to that title at the St. John's River. Are we going to see this deal sealed, become the first Canadian to ever win an Elite Series event?
It'd be something pretty special. Chris has always one up on me. He's already won a major event, and I haven't yet. So I'm going to try and bring this thing home tomorrow.
Would love to see it. Let's hear it for Corey Johnston. A former Bass Nation national champion from Louisiana, Caleb Sumrall. Had 21 pounds, 2 ounces, 12-2. Moves into second place with 33 pounds and 4 ounces for the former Bass Nation national champion. Caleb, 33 pounds, 4 ounces, sitting in second place. And no matter how this ends, man, to be standing here when you look at the curveball that this event threw at so many great anglers, you got to be pretty proud.
I'm extremely proud, especially given my practice. I was my own worst enemy in practice. I overthought it, and I had the worst practice ever. And I just opted to stay close the first day, and I survived the event. And then the second day, like I said yesterday, I took off and I made the run, and I've had 2 good days backing it up. And all I want to do is go tomorrow. That's all any of us ever want, is a chance just to see if we can do it, and that's all I want to do. I haven't made a championship Sunday yet, but man, I'd love to get out there tomorrow. It's going to be close. 33 pounds is what I kind of predicted it was going to be, and I'm right there, so we'll see.
Keep our fingers crossed. Would love to send you out on Championship Sunday. South Carolina, before I bring out our next angler, he's one of your very own. He is currently leading the Dick's Sporting Goods Rookie of the Year. He is currently leading the Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year. From South Carolina, Patrick Walters! 4 events into his Elite Series career, and he's leading everything there is in fishing. 21 pounds, 4 ounces to start the day, 12 pounds, 8 ounces. He moves into second place with 33 pounds and 12 ounces. One of the brightest young stars in our sport, and he's your very own South Carolina. Let's hear it for him. Patrick, it has been, we'll weigh that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. Not going to take that over. Corey had a 4.11. But you're sitting in second place and 4 events into your Elite Series career. I mean, could you have imagined anything better than this? You're leaving the South Carolina swing with the Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year lead, the Dick's Sporting Goods Rookie of the Year lead. I mean, you're leading it all.
This is what dreams are made of. This is what the goal was hey, we always plan to fish for a living, and just keeping the foot on the gas and catching fish. That's what we love to do. And, man, big shout out to this crowd. This is an amazing crowd. I'm glad Georgetown showed out. I'm just happy to be here. I hope I get to fish tomorrow. Coming into this week, I knew it was going to be iffy, and I was just going to try to survive. Everybody thinks when it's your hometown, you're going to win. The hometown advantage didn't also necessarily work out this week, but I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to fish tomorrow. Can't thank you guys enough at Bass and this huge crowd, my family, my girlfriend for being here. And, man, it's fishing. Thank God.
I hope you get a shot to get out there. One question before you leave, because they want to know. I mean, you've been slow and steady through this tournament, very consistent. But if you get in there tomorrow, you got a little something fancy or special planned?
I've got a couple ditches I haven't been to yet that I'm kind of excited about. Some stuff it's either it's going to work or it's not. So we're going to swing for the fence tomorrow and hope we get them.
It's an honor to share the stage with you. That guy's going to collect a lot of hardware from this sport. Our next angler battling it out in Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year points. A 2-time FLW Tour champion. Get loud for Scott Canterbury. Scott Canterbury started the day with 19 pounds even. He's got a giant bag of fish here today. 5 fish, 15 pounds, 4 ounces, 34.4, and Canterbury moves into second place. 34-4, sitting in second place and battling it out for Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year. And, of course, this tournament, you just took over Phoenix Boats Big Bass for the day with a 5-1. And, boy, this has been a fun season so far.
It definitely has. It was a fun day today out there on the water for sure. You know, I'm making a long run. Goodness gracious, this is an awesome crowd. Good. Y'all need to give yourself a hand. I didn't even look up. This is pretty awesome to see this here. But hopefully I'll make it and see y'all again tomorrow up here. This is pretty awesome. But, yeah, I'm making a long run. And, you know, I mean, I told people coming in, I've wasted so much time this week. Not necessarily running, because you got to count that, but I've came back 50 minutes early the first 2 days, and I tried to stay longer today, and I came back 30 minutes early still. But you just never know how rough it's going to be or something like that. But that Skeeter Yamaha's been flawless. It's got me there, got me back. So, you know, hopefully I'll make it and go back out there and try it again tomorrow.
I would love to see you there once again on Championship Sunday. From Florida, 5-time winner on the FLW Costa Tour. Get loud for Kobe Krieger. Kobe Krieger caught a giant fish on day 2, and it changed his fate in this tournament. Had 21-6. Today, 15-4. And once again, another angler moves into second place with 36 pounds, 10 ounces. First of all, awesome sign. I'm all about that bass too myself. But Kobe, that one bass specifically, we talk about how, you know, one fish can change somebody's entire event. And I feel like that happened yesterday, that giant fish. And to back it up again here today, awesome turnaround.
Yeah, it was. I was very fortunate the first day that I saw that fish. And it sort of clued me in on what the deal was. And, you know, today I quit fishing pretty early today because I had a deceased bass in my bag, and the other 4 were pretty good. And I didn't want to have to call out a 2.5 or 3 pounder and only gain a pound or something. So I know where, you know, today going into it, I didn't know where there was anything to go catch tomorrow or today. And I know where there's a few laying around now that I didn't catch this afternoon. So who knows what may happen tomorrow. It's, you know, it's a blessing to make it after, you know, catching 8-11 the first day, and the last 2 days have been great. And, you know, fishing the way I like to fish, sight fishing, throwing little topwater baits. And, you know, it was fun today.
You were 1 ounce into the cut on day number 1. And right now, he's 1 spot away from the win here this week. Let's keep the noise going for a former TTBC champion from Asheville, Alabama, Matt Herron. Matt Herron had 21 pounds, 11 ounces to start the day. 5 fish to add to that here today. 9-3 gives him 30 pounds and 14 ounces inside our top 10 in 6th place currently. Let's hear it for Skeeter Yamaha Pro, Matt Herron. 30 pounds, 14 ounces, sitting in 6th place, and you got to be happy with no matter how this shakes out. I mean, I know you'd love to go tomorrow. I'd love to see you go, but dude, this could have been bad, and it went very bad for a lot of anglers.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I survived this thing. I won't have enough to fish tomorrow, but I've had an absolute ball this week. You know, I knew something was wrong this morning. I've been throwing a bait that's probably way older than anybody out here. I've been throwing an old tail kicker topwater bait, and I've had a ball this week. And every fish that's bit it this week has just choked it. Well, all of a sudden this morning, the first 7 that hit it don't got it. And my timing got off. This river's about timing. It's about a tide, and I got hung up in an area where I shouldn't have stayed too long. Sometimes you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and it just didn't work out, but I've had a blast.
It's been awesome to have you here, and I hope you don't go anywhere. We'll find out at the end of our weigh-in. South Carolina, first of all, I got to say, you are the people that make our sport. The Bassmaster fans are what makes this sport, and we want to thank you for never, ever letting us down, and we'll always be here for you. Let's give a round of applause for yourselves and all the Bassmaster fans watching on Bassmaster.com. Get real, real loud. He is the day 1 leader from South Carolina, a 2-time Elite Series champion, the Tower of Power, Jason Williamson. Had 24 pounds, 6 ounces to start the day. 5 fish to add to that, 10 pounds, 13 ounces. He moves into third place. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Two weeks ago today, you had a brand new baby. On day one of this tournament, the first time his brand new baby went to a weigh-in, he took the lead in the event in his home state. It's been a pretty incredible few weeks for you.
Yeah, man, the last couple of weeks have been good. You know, I'm out there in the Waccamaw River just grinding, man, grinding away, and these guys are, they're catching them. But I got a few fish left. If I can just make it to tomorrow, I found a little something special this afternoon, and I caught a good one and another good one and kind of jumped back in this thing, I hope. And I fished pretty clean all week. I hadn't lost much that would hurt me, but looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow, I hope. Look at this crowd, man. Thanks for coming. How about it, South Carolina? Yeah, we travel all over the country, and it sure feels good to fish in South Carolina. And we got a healthy baby, and hopefully tomorrow we can go out there and catch 15, 16 pounds and hold up a blue trophy.
Well, I hope the baby wasn't trying to sleep, because these are some noisy people. But we're sure happy to have you here. Let's hear it for him as he leaves the stage. He left the dock with the lead this morning, a 9-time Classic qualifier from Brookville, Indiana, Dollar Bill Owen. Bill Owen had 27 pounds and 3 ounces to start the day. 4 fish today for 5 pounds, 3 ounces. He moves into 7th place currently. But let's hear it for him. I got to do it, Bill. Boom, shakalaka. Tiny bass. Sorry, Bill. Sorry.
You know what? I ran a long way to get those bass, and I'm really, really proud of them.
How much do you think they cost a pound?
I'm thinking like $100 a pound. So that's a bunch, but you know what? It's been an awesome week. I can't complain. You know what? Sometimes you catch them, sometimes you don't. I took that Express and that Yamaha all the way to the Cooper River every single morning, and the ride was amazing, you know, and I just got to thank everybody that makes it possible for me to be up here. I got to thank this crowd for showing up. This is what it's all about. You know, the last event last week, you asked me a question on stage about bass and why I stayed, and I've been thinking about that all week, and I don't feel like I answered it correctly when I was on stage, you know. Because when I was young, like all the kids out here in the crowd, do I got any kids out here that like to fish? Huh? Let me see some kids that like to fish. You right there in that Under Armour shirt, you stay standing right there, all right? You stand there and let me finish talking. So, when I was a kid like him, growing up, all I wanted to do was catch big bass. I can remember standing on the river at home saying I want to be like Denny Brower someday. And here I am, just like him. You know, all I wanted to do was catch big bass and stand on this big stage. And Bassmaster gives me the platform to do that. And what I'm going to do, you know, laying in bed this morning, I decided while I was laying there that every Saturday from here on out that I make it to fish on Saturday, I'm going to give somebody in the crowd a Bassmaster membership. And you're getting that today, buddy. Bassmaster Magazine taught me how to catch fish. You know, Bassmaster Magazine gave me that dream, and here we are today. So with that being said, buddy, you got a Bassmaster membership. I want to thank this crowd for coming out. If y'all are here tomorrow, come see me at the Yamaha booth.
Just like Denny inspired you, you're inspiring thousands here today. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning, he's leading the tournament, and all he could think about is, let's set this up to do it. That's a true champion, both on and off the water. Wow. All right, let's keep him rolling through. Our next angler from Alabama, the reigning Forest Wood Cup champion. Get loud for Clint Davis. 22 pounds even to start today. Oh boy, looking for 18 pounds, 5 ounces to take the lead. 16-6. He moves into second place with 38 pounds and 6 ounces. Get loud for Clint Davis. 38 pounds, 6 ounces, sitting in second place, a pound 15 short of the overall lead. A brand new Phoenix Boats Big Bass leader with that 513. And this tournament is coming together, and it seems like most of the time, it gets tougher as the week goes on. Weight-wise, it looks like today may have been the best bite of the event.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know if they bit better today or if I just got around some bigger ones or what. But, yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun. We all griped and complained when we got here, but I've had a blast out there for 3 days.
You've caught a lot of fish, too, where some anglers did it continue today, or was today a bit more of a grind?
I probably caught 10 or 12. I caught a lot of small ones today. As far as getting a better quality, I only got a couple of those bites.
Well, you should have enough to get back out there tomorrow, and we're looking forward to seeing it. Our next angler, hot off a second-place finish at our last event, a former FLW Tour champion from Arkansas, Stetson Blaylock. 23 pounds and 13 ounces. He's looking for 16.8 to take the lead. 17 pounds, 15 ounces. Stetson Blaylock dominating the South Carolina swing with 41 pounds, 12 ounces. £41 pounds, 12 ounces, and Stetson, no matter what happens here, you've absolutely dominated this South Carolina swing. You just missed Phoenix Boats Big Bass for the day with a 5.11 there. And I'm assuming you're going to stick around here for a while and fish tomorrow. That's 3 top 10s in a row, 3 out of 4, and that is unbelievable.
I tell you what, the good Lord's blessed me the last 3 tournaments. I have, my last 2 years has been a struggle to catch them and just make the right decisions. In the last 3 tournaments, it seems like every decision that I've made up to this point has been the right one. I want to give him all the honor and glory for that. But, I tell you what, the area that I'm fishing, it's the only spot that I found, and I was just hoping to cash a check out of there, make a top 35, and it just seems to keep getting better, or better for me. And I'm going to go back out there again and just hope I can get 5 more. And who knows, I found that biggest one on a bed late in the day and was able to get her to bite there at the end. So we'll see what happens.
It's been amazing to watch, and the best part is that big day's coming. But before you leave, I'm going to give you Phoenix Boats Big Bass Award from the last event, a $1,500 bonus check. 26 pounds, 8 ounces is Luke Palmer's going to have to you've set it up so they're going to have to chase you down. I mean, they need to have caught him. You definitely set it up to make it tough on them.
Yeah, all you can ask for is an opportunity, and today was definitely one of those days where I had some opportunities and put them in the boat. The bad thing is I think I've lost a couple over the last 2 days that could have made it even better, but I think they're still in there, and hopefully I can get them to bite tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to watching it on Bassmaster Live. Let's hear it for your leader. From Colgate, Oklahoma, a Bassmaster Elite Series rookie. Get loud for Luke Palmer. Started the day with 26 pounds, 8 ounces. Needs 15.5 to take the lead. He's going to have 9 pounds, 5 ounces. He moves into 5th place currently. Sitting in 5th place right now, and going to have most likely the opportunity to get back out there tomorrow. And all week it's been that one bigger bite that's kind of pushed you over to the top. And today, I guess, just lacking that bigger bite.
That happened to me, but I spent a lot of time on 2 fish that showed up that I'd really like to go get to try tomorrow morning. But like I said, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I've had a good week. If I made top 35 cut here, I'd be tickled to death, and I done that. So. It's a fun week. Been driving a lot of miles. We sit behind that windshield more than we have fished, I think. And it's a lot of fun. But, I'd like to thank Horizon, Phoenix, Mercury. They've got me up and down the road big time. And I'd like to say hi to my new niece back home. My sister had her first kid. So everything's been going good with that. But I hope we get to do it tomorrow, though.
I think you're going to be part of it, and I look forward to watching it. From Denver, North Carolina, another Elite Series rookie. Give me a little love for Rob Dye. Had 20 pounds, 14 ounces to start the day. Needs 11.8 to get inside the cut currently. 11 pounds even, moves into 11th place with 31 pounds and 14 ounces. Get him a little love. Made it here in our top 35 on semifinal Saturday here on the Bassmaster Elite Series. So, unfortunately, going to call an end to your tournament, but man, you can't leave here with anything but a smile on your face with this performance.
No, this makes my third trip here to Georgetown, and I was kind of dreading this tournament, but I finally figured out how to catch some fish here. Y'all got a great fishery here in the Waccamaw and the PD River. And I caught a lot of fish and a little bit on the small side, but, I lost a couple good bites every day, and it cost me. But I'd like to say hello to the Great Outdoors. They're one of my good sponsors, and my wife. And I caught most of my fish, too. One other thing, I caught most of my fish on a Zoom brush hog. And I was dying to tell chartreuse flipping reeds. The fish are bedding in those reeds, and that's how I caught my fish. It works really good. You might want to try you something.
All right, thanks for the tip. We'll check it out, and we look forward to checking you out at Lake Fork, our next event. All the way from Mississippi, give me a little love for Brock Mosley. Brock Mosley, 21 pounds and 10 ounces to start the day. He's looking for 10 pounds, 12 ounces to get inside the cut. 10 pounds, 5 ounces, just short of the cut. He moves into 11th place. But let's celebrate another semifinal Saturday performance from Brock Mosley. I know the goal is always to make it to Sunday, but semifinal Saturday performance isn't the worst thing in the world, especially at an event that a lot of anglers probably were concerned about going into.
Yeah, I was actually looking forward to this one. This place is it's been good to me. I did okay last time we were here. I made a long run. I ran over 600 miles in 3 days, and to make them runs, you got to have a lot of confidence in your equipment. Running that Phoenix Mercury, it got me there and back, and the biggest adrenaline rush I've had the last 2 days is winning the boat race, and my golly, we won it today. But the fishing was all right. I kind of changed it up today. I ran the tide more. I just never got a big bite. I've been kind of steady Eddie the whole way, and it's been a good week. I wish I can go fish tomorrow, but the good thing is I ain't got to make a 100-mile boat ride tomorrow. So, these guys are good. I was catching a lot of small ones, and on this tour, a lot of small ones don't do you no good. And but like I said,
I saw what you did there.
Yeah, you liked that, didn't you? You should have seen it on live the other day. But a good week. I wish I could go, but looks like I'll be downtown watching the concert with you tonight.
All right, I will see you there. That is a deal. A reigning and defending Elite Series Rookie of the Year from Fairview, North Carolina, Jake Whitaker. Had 20 pounds, 14 ounces, looking for 11.8 to get inside the cut. 10 pounds, 15 ounces outside the cut, unfortunately, but in 13th place. And another good payday for the reigning Elite Series Rookie of the Year. Just outside the cut, but, this South Carolina swing has worked out pretty good for you. 2 great finishes in the top 15.
Yeah, man, it's been great. I've had a blast out here. This place is really an awesome place to fish. Everywhere you go, I stay close. I fish the Waccamaw, but everywhere up that river looks fishy. And when I practiced down the river at Cooper the first day and didn't know it do any good, I came up here and settled in. And, man, I just put a B.A.S.S bait, sassy stick, wacky rig in my hand and just went fishing. And, got lucky on and had a few decent bites. And, I'll take it. To average, 10 pounds a day here is not bad. It's not great, but it's good points and a little bit of money, so I'll take it.
Always a great time to have you here. We look forward to seeing you at Lake Fork. All the way from Kissimmee, Florida, give me a little love for Jesse Tecarante. Had 24 pounds and 5 ounces, looking for 8-1 to get inside the cut. 5 fish, 9 pounds, 9 ounces. He moves into 9th place with 33 pounds and 14 ounces. 33-14 and sitting in 8th place. And I know you want to go tomorrow. A couple of spots of cushion. You're going to have to sweat it out. But a great tournament, Jesse, really.
I got nothing to complain about. But I got a fun fact for everybody here. Did you know that bass boats were not made for Charlotte Harbor?
I do know that people were taking pictures of you guys while you drove past a lot.
Yeah, we forgot it was a Saturday when we allotted our time, and every boat out there that's 50 foot is out. Every one of them. It was a rough ride. And again, I apologize to Wes, my camera guy, because we hit one of those 4-foot wakes that just showed up out of nowhere and went airborne. I think we cleared 2 and landed on the top of the 4th, which about killed poor Wes and myself, of course. So it reminded me why I had neck surgery last year. Yeah. Anyway, guys, you're great. If I don't make it, man, it sure has been a ball. You got a great place. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's always an adventure out here. It's not just fishing. You know, it's 200-mile round trip every day. Like Brock said, 600 miles so far. Hopefully I do 800. So we'll see if I can get in there tomorrow.
I'd love to see you go out tomorrow. We'll keep our fingers crossed for you. From Alabama, you saw him on Bassmaster Live today. Bill Weidler had 23 pounds and 4 ounces, 3 fish today for 7-1, moves into 16th place. But let's celebrate another semifinal Saturday appearance for Bill Weidler. Tougher day today, but if the wheels are going to fall off, today's the day to have it. You made it through the semifinal Saturday.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I when I came into this event, my number one was make it to Saturday so I could get the points because I really want to make the Classic this year. And today I went out there and I wanted to fish for big ones, you know, and I was swimming a jig up in the Cooper River. I was making that long run too, and I had a legitimate one get me today, and she came unbuttoned and I lost another one. So I feel I could have been fishing tomorrow, but it's okay. It's okay. You know, I'm going to take what I got, and we're going to head over to the Texas Fest and go after it there. One thing I got to do is thank all my sponsors. You know, if it wasn't for them, I couldn't be out here doing it. If any of you guys out there are looking for lithium batteries, you need to check out Battleborn Batteries because they are legit.
Awesome to have you here. Great finish. Congratulations. You met his brother a little earlier from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Chris Johnston. The only Canadian to ever win a tour level event. Would love to join his brother on a Championship Sunday. Unfortunately, just a few pounds short this time around. 8'11", going to move into 17th place, and going to have to don the pom-poms and be a cheerleader for your brother tomorrow.
Every once in a while, I gotta let him beat me. Like he gets pretty depressed, so I'll let him have this tournament, and I'll get him that fork next tournament. But I'll have to say I had a great time here in Winyah Bay. I made the run every day. The Ranger Evinrude worked perfect. And I have to say one little nice thing about the Evinrude and pairing it with a Garmin, I can link the motor to my Garmin and see all the stats, so I know exactly how much gas I'm burning. And I made it back with 2 gallons of gas. I only had to fill up once. And just a fun fact if you're in the market. And I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. It's a great crowd, and hopefully we come back here again.
Always great to have you here, and that calculation was an important part of this tournament. From Newcomers Town, Ohio, get loud for Hunter Shryock! Had 23 pounds and 9 ounces, 2 fish to add to that here today. 5'9", moves into 17th place with 29 pounds and 2 ounces. Let's hear it for Hunter Shryock. Hunter, you knew you played a dangerous game. We talked about it in the dock this morning. You know, you knew you weren't catching numbers, but you definitely were catching quality, and it just fell those few numbers short, I guess.
Yeah, it did. You know what? I had a great week. I'm fortunate to be here today, honestly, and this place is an awesome fishery. To be able to have these guys catching so many numbers of fish, and then you got me up a totally different river, catching hardly anything, but when I got a bite, it was a good one. And I actually, each day you lose one, but everybody loses them. And, you know, put my Abu Garcia rods and reels to the test. I probably made 1,000 pitches before I'd actually get one to bite, but it's something that I'm confident in doing and love doing. Awesome crowd. Can you guys cheer one more time for me? Thank you. I love this. This is awesome. And honestly, this is the first time in a Bassmaster Elite Series event that I've had goosebumps going out on day 3 because, like I said, having an opportunity, that's all we ask for as anglers, is having an opportunity. And there's some big bass out here. You guys better come back tomorrow because you're going to see some more weight in.
It's a lot of fun to watch you this week on Bassmaster Live. Congrats on a great finish. An Elite Series rookie from Louisiana. Give me a little love for Tyler Rivette. 20 pounds, 7 ounces. Start today looking for 12-13 to go fishing tomorrow. 10-11, going to move into 15th place with 31 pounds and 2 ounces. But let's celebrate another semifinal Saturday performance by Tyler Rivette. 31 pounds, 2 ounces in 15th place right now. And you can't be upset about the way this one finished. A great tournament again for you.
Oh yeah, it was a blast. It's right off the back. I kind of figured it'd be just like home. We fish a tidal fishery down in South Louisiana. It's not a 4-foot swing like over here. We got about a foot or 2 foot, but I basically did the same thing I would do at home, and it worked the first day. I found a good spot. And that's actually the only spot I found. So I ran 600 miles in 3 days just for that one spot, and it paid off for consistency, but I wasn't consistent with the big fish. That's the one thing I kept missing. I was consistent with 2.5-pound fish, and I was just catching them on chatterbaits, and they got picky, and I started switching up. And I started catching them on a gold chatterbait. So they picky over here, but I love fishing over here, and this is a good crowd. It's awesome. This is the biggest crowd I've seen in forever.
Well, it's a Bassmaster Elite Series. You'll be seeing it a lot, especially if you keep fishing like you are.
But just want to thank my family and my girlfriend for coming up here. It's awesome. We're actually leaving here and we're going back fishing. I think we're going to stop on Hartwell again because I love Hartwell. So I'll take 2 top 20s if I could stay in there. That would be awesome. And hopefully I can keep going this year. And just without my sponsors, it's awesome. American Custom Yachts, Denali, Six Gill, Owner, everybody. I'm blessed to do this. It's my favorite thing to do, and it's what I want to do the rest of my life.
It's great to have you here, and I'm pretty sure you'll do it. From Oklahoma, a former Classic qualifier, let me hear it for Dale Hightower. Dale Hightower qualified for the Classic through the Bass Nation. 4 fish today for 714. Gives him 26 pounds, 5 ounces. And he rolls into 20th place here on semifinal Saturday at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Elite on Winyah Bay. Great finish here this week, in a tough tournament.
Yeah, it's pretty tough down here. There's, believe it or not, they caught them better than I thought to be caught this week. Hats off to this place. It's better than what we all expected, I believe. And, man, what a crowd. Thank you guys. You guys have been such good place to come, and everybody's been so nice and helpful. And, I can't say enough about my Express Yamaha. That thing has been a workhorse this week. It's taken me, like you've heard a lot of people say, we made that long run, over 600 miles. That's a long ways. Caught most of my fish this week on a Falcon rod, throwing a War Eagle spinnerbait. And anyways, had a great time here, and thank you guys once again.
Awesome finish again. Congrats. Originally from Japan, now makes his home in Texas, Yusuke Miyazaki. Yusuke had 19 pounds, 8 ounces to start today, 5 fish to add to that. Looking for 13-12 to fish tomorrow, 8 pounds, 14 ounces. He moves into 20th place currently, but another great finish and some more Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year points for Yusuke Miyazaki. 28 pounds, 6 ounces, sitting in 20th place. And yesterday you were very confused about what you'd do today. So good news, you don't have to be confused for tomorrow.
Yeah, unfortunately I'm not going to fish tomorrow, sounds like it. But I really enjoyed the South Carolina, and next one is Lake Hawk, so that's I live over there. So I hope I'm going to be good stock and even next tournament too.
I'm looking forward to it. That one's going to be a lot of big fish. Let's hear it for Yusuke Miyazaki. Time to bring out a former Elite Series champion from Salem, Virginia, the cruise missile, John Cruz. You're going to break somebody's heart right here. Had 20 pounds, 12 ounces, looking for 12.8 to get in the cut. 15 pounds, 9 ounces with 36 pounds and 5 ounces. Boom, shakalaka, giant bass. 36 pounds and 5 ounces. Going to weigh that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. Needs to be better than 6'10 for the tournament, 5'13 for the day. 6 pounds, 7 ounces, a brand new Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the day. And that fish right there, you know, a lot of people like to take Sundays off, but you're not going to take this one off by the looks of things.
No way. You know, I said yesterday I'm just going to fish hard and see if I can get one of those difference maker fish. That's one of those difference maker fish. And I fished really hard. And I called up to about 10 pounds, and I really didn't feel like I had any opportunities. And I told my partner, because I'm all the way over there in the Cooper, I told my partner, I said, we're going to fish up these next 50 yards or so, and then we have got to go. So I get right up there to about the last 50 yards. I threw out, boom, that 6-7 bit. I called out a small one. I told him, I said, let's go. So we hauled ass all the way back in here, and that's it. That was the last cast.
I'm not sure what part of that they're clapping for, but we'll just take it. John, if karma is real, I mean, you did deserve that fish. This guy works tirelessly. Autism Angler of April campaign that we do, Anglers for Autism. He spearheads the whole program, and man, you're helping an awful lot of people in the world.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, there's a lot we can do. We've got these wristbands for sale at the Bass merchandise booth. They're $10. 100% of the proceeds goes to autism charities. That's number one. Number two, I did a pounds pledge. So for the month of April, every pound of bass that I weigh, I'm going to donate $2 to autism charities. We're going to auction off some other cool items after this tournament. These shoes are one of them, which you're going to have to outbid this guy if you want them. Just saying. But we're going to do a bunch of other cool things. And as far as the Autism Angler of April Award, Stetson Blaylock's looking pretty strong. He's second last week, and he's right up there again this week. So as long as he can catch a decent bag, I think he's going to be looking like he might be signing the other one of these shoes.
We got some pretty good support for this. Bruce Aiken, obviously. What was his pledge to you?
His pledge was 50 cents per pound of bass that all of the Bassmasters weighed for the last week and this week. And from what I understand, I think about 2,500 pounds of bass were weighed in last week. And we just keep putting him on the scales this week. I don't know what we're totaled up to now, but that kind of support is awesome. He's been a huge supporter of our program from day one, as all the anglers have been. And I mean, all the anglers have been nothing but supportive and wearing the bracelets, and a lot of the guys are making the pledges themselves.
Well, as the father of an amazing autistic kid, I can't tell you how much this means to me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to match Bruce's pledge. So we'll make that $1 coming from Bass for every pound of every angler.
Woo! Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you, Dave. It's just adding more to it. And the biggest deal with raising the funds is not only the research, not only the awareness, but really changing people's lives for the better, which certain people intimately know that.
It's awesome to have you here, a true champion both on and off the water. Let's hear it for John Cruz, ladies and gentlemen. He's a 3-time Bassmaster winner, a 5-time Classic qualifier from Paducah, Kentucky, Mark Menendez. Had 19.11 at the start of today, looking for 14.1 to get inside the cut. 10 pounds, 4 ounces. He moves into 19th place. Another top 20 finish for Mark Menendez. Mark, gonna get this Sunday off. Kind of a rare one for you this year. Already made 2 championship Sundays, but having a great season, and it's really fun to watch.
It really has been fun, Dave. I tell you, it's kind of reminiscent of back in 2009 when I did everything right. I won an event, was top 10 after top 10, and kind of fishing in that same mode. I don't feel any pressure, and I'm just really enjoying what's going on. This week I spent all week with a loose flipping stick in my hand, 20-pound Seaguar line, pitching a Strike King game hog to places that I thought the fish were bedding, little stumps, little cypress trees and things like that. Couldn't have done this without my Garmin GPS. I have run the maze here. Those are all walk-em-off fish, guys. I didn't go to the other side. I didn't make that long run, which means my bass per pound will be a lot more valuable than those guys that went way the heck over there, way over there, spending all that gas money. But that Skeeter Yamaha really helped me get around, and I have been running one little narrow canal, Dave, that I've got a video of it, and I'm scared to put it up because it was kind of crazy getting in there. But it was a lot of fun. Never hit anything getting in and out of there, but without the Yamaha and the Skeeter, Mark can't walk on water, so I can't catch them.
It's been awesome to see you all season. Can't wait to see you at Lake Fork. Speaking of Texas, from Del Rio, Texas, Ray Hanselman Jr. Ray Hanselman had 18 pounds even to start the day. Let's get him some Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year points here. 6'4", going to finish with 24.4, and you're here on Saturday, which is always the first goal.
Yeah, that's where you got to start. This is the third Saturday I've made out of the 4. And I'm going to try and make a few of the top 10s this year, and obviously make the classic. This week was pretty good. I had a really good practice, but the tide started falling out or staying up throughout the week, and got later and later in the day, and I was running about 60 miles up the Black, and I think there's only 2 or 3 of us up there, and anyway, I didn't even go all the way up there today just because that tide wasn't even going to drop out till about now. So I just kind of, went fishing today, and I was hoping to catch a couple of good ones just to move up in some points, but it is what it is. It's a great event. South Carolina, these guys, friendliest group here, that we've ever had. It's awesome. The organization around here at the boat ramp, keeping us going and Bojangles hooking us up with some biscuits in the morning. That's awesome.
Doesn't take much to keep pro fishermen happy, and that is one of the keys. Going to Lake Fork next, and that is going to be a big fish fiesta.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a triple-digit deal. Looking forward to that. That's kind of more my style. Big rods, big baits, big fish. That's just what I've cut my teeth on. So hopefully everybody shows out there too.
I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Let's hear it for him. All the way from Payson, Arizona, 3-time U.S. Open champion, Clifford Perch. 22-12 to start the day, looking for 11 even, 8 pounds even. He moves into 18th place with 30 pounds and 12 ounces. Let's hear some noise for the Golden Ram. Just outside of that cut here this week, but you know how dangerous this one was coming into it, and the big goal was to get a good finish here, and you definitely did that.
Well, yeah, I gave up some points today, but really I'm pretty happy with the whole deal because, like you said, this was a risky one, and I was really concerned about making that run over there. But everything went good. It wasn't bad. It was just long and grueling, and you ended up getting very little fishing time. So, I had a good time. I was blessed with 2 good days, and it got 8 pounds, brought it back today, and got some points out of it. So, it was fun. I got to thank my guys at Suzuki and Phoenix Boats, and the CPEC guys. I'm gonna burn up some tires heading home here. It's a long ways home. I'm gonna drive pretty quick here, and
you're driving all the way home.
Yes.
And how many miles is that?
I don't know, but I just did 700 in my boat the last couple days, so.
I guess it's not much if you think about it that way.
Yeah, it's not that bad of a drive to Lake Fork. It's probably like 17, 18 hours, and from where I live, that's as short as it gets. So, I'd like to have my boat at home and be able to get ready for it. So we'll see. But getting ready to drive, and it's been a fun week. Today I got a little bit of sun. The tide was a little high on me, but I got to sight fish a little bit, mainly just flipping a big Phoenix super flipper, and had a big stick bait, soft stick bait on there, and flipping holes, mainly sight fishing. The guys caught them pretty good around me, winding a worm with long casts, and I was just trying to be a little more precise because I thought I'd been worked over pretty hard, and just didn't get that big bite today.
Great tournament, no matter what way you look at it. Always great to have you here. From Reed Springs, Missouri, a former TTBC champion, the Snowman, Brian Snowden. Had 20 pounds and an ounce as of this morning. 2 fish today, 2 pounds, 7 ounces, gives you 22 pounds, 8 ounces. And let's not worry about this tournament. Let's talk about the next one. You know, the original event for Texas Fest was the TTBC. We're going to Lake Fork. It's going to be a pretty special event, I imagine.
Yeah, you'll see lots of big fish. It's always a great place to be with the atmosphere, and the event that surrounds it is second to none. So, they do a great job. So make sure you check it out. There will be lots of big fish caught, and I bet you'll see the century mark, bro.
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. Got to be happy with your finish here. I mean, a little melodramatic here in the final day, but to get here when so many anglers are already on their way home.
Well, I only spent $100 in fuel, so I saved a little money that way. I'd like to thank my sponsors for letting me live my dream. They keep me out here, and it's always great to make it on Saturday, no matter what they say. And I had a rough day. I thought I adjusted to the tide, but it didn't work out, and that's fishing.
It's a great tournament, no matter what way you look at it. Always great to have you here. All the way from Palatka, Florida, a former classic qualifier. Get loud for Cliff Prince. Had 18 pounds even to start the day. Let's get him some Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year points. 11 pounds, 8 ounces. He moves into 21st with 29 pounds and 9 ounces. 29 pounds and 9 ounces, sitting in 21st place, and a great tournament no matter what way you look at it.
Yeah, I after the day I had, I'll take that, because I've changed 2 props. I've got gas twice, burned about 75 to 80 gallons of gas, caught 3 over there, and run 10 miles up the Black and caught 2 of them. So, after that, I'll take what I caught.
Why so many props?
Well, I can't.
Searching for more performance, or?
Well, the first prop slung an ear. The second prop, my spare, it looked like it had been in a meat grinder. So I lost like 12 miles an hour, and I didn't want to run all the way back running 60 and watching yachts pass me. So I had my mom and dad, which are here somewhere. I love y'all. Thank y'all. They brought me a prop over there to the boat ramp over there, and I changed it.
Mom and Dad showed up with the prop.
Mom and Dad.
Let's hear it for Mom and Dad. That's what parents are for.
That's right. They're still raising me. I'm 49 years old, and they're still raising me. So, but I'm glad to be here, y'all, and this is a great place. I've had an awesome week running that Gravely Wrapped Phoenix all over this place, and I wish we were coming back, but who knows?
Well, you know what? They may still be raising you, but they did a pretty good job because you're one of the best dudes on tour. Always great to have them here. Let's keep the noise going from Tennessee. Looking to stomp a mud hole in them, Brandon Lester. Less than 10 anglers left to weigh in, then we'll bring out our top 10 today. 9 pounds, 15 ounces. He moves into 25th place with 28 pounds and 6 ounces. Want to remind everybody our top 10 will come out in just a few minutes, so stick around and make some noise for them. And Brandon, unfortunately, going to be calling an end to your tournament, but you're here on Saturday, and that's always a good thing.
It's all good, man. I see all these guys coming across the stage with these 4, 5, 6 pounders, and I just do not know. I think they all locked through and went to Santee Cooper or something. I'm totally kidding, but they obviously figured something out that I didn't. I caught a lot of fish every day. I stayed here close. I got some good ALY points, 2 good weeks, 16th last week, and wherever we finish up this week, it's good to be fishing on a Saturday. Want to say thank y'all, the hospitality, the people I've met here, everybody is just super nice. So thank y'all for coming back. Thank y'all for coming out, and I look forward to coming back. See y'all.
Always great to have you here. Looking to make his second 10 cut of the season from Texas, Lee Livesey. Weighed in the biggest bag of the tournament yesterday, had 24.14 to start today, needs 8.14, 6.10. Going to move into 16th place and fall short of the top 10, but man, you can't really complain. Yesterday you rocket up that leaderboard and did it on the right day.
Yeah, biggest bag yesterday and the smallest bag today, but I'm not complaining. I got there and back 3 days in a row. Great crowd, great fishery. I like it here. I'm ready to go home.
How excited are you about the next event?
Just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit. Last time the TTBC was on Lake Fork. It was a 3-day tournament. We had the top 3 guys for 3 days. That's 15 fish. Keith Combs won it with 110. I think Stetson was second with 106, and Russ Lane was third with 104. 3 bags over 100 pounds for 3 days. This is going to be a 4-day tournament. Should Tripp be working out? He's only got 3 weeks to prepare. Oh, yeah, they're all on the water. We weigh him on the water except for the big one, but still, he's going to work.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event. We're not going to see weights like that, but it's full of great big ones, so we're all going to have a blast there. We're going to catch a lot of big ones.
I'm looking forward to seeing you ply your craft where you call home. From Newport, New York, give me a little love for Jamie the Hammer Hartman. Jamie Hartman, hot off a top 10 just last week, had 20 pounds, 3 ounces, 9.11 to add to that. He moves into 22nd place with 29 pounds, 14 ounces. Just 5 anglers left to weigh in. Want to remind our top 10, make sure you're backstage so we can bring you out and introduce you to this great Georgetown, South Carolina crowd. So, Jamie, unfortunately, not going to be fishing on Sunday here this week, but a great couple of events.
Yeah, I'll take it, man. Like I said, I come into this thing just trying to grind out and stay in that, top position to cash a check, another check. But, man, I beat my head against the wall today trying to catch a 2.5 pounder. Because I had a tiny one in there I couldn't get rid of. I was done at 11:30 today, done at 11:30 yesterday. Just couldn't get an upgrade, man. Just, grinding away, dude. But I had a great week. It was actually a lot more fun than I thought. I like swinging the hook, but I didn't get to do it a whole lot. But I caught them all this week on a Riot Baits Riot stick. It's just a stick bait. And the Riot Baits Fuzzy Beaver, throwing a cashin' rod, a 7.3 cashin' rod, my medium heavy, the one I love to throw. Just flipping. That's it. That's all I caught them.
Very cool to have you here and great to have you back on the Elite Series. Look forward to seeing him at Lake Fork. From Corbin, Kentucky, his first season on the Elite Series, Mike Huff. The mean Mike Huff, meanest man on tour. 7 pounds even today, and I'm almost scared to look at him straight in the eyes with his intimidating look. 25-15, nothing to worry about, dude. Rolling out of town with another great payday. Got to be happy.
Yeah, any time you get a fish on Saturday, that's a good day. I had a lot of fun here. This place is really different from anywhere I've ever been. Caught a lot of fish, just never got a good bite today, but looking forward to getting home and rested up for Lake Fork.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We look forward to seeing you there. From North Carolina, looking to make back-to-back 10 cuts. Let's hear it for the baby shark, Shane LaHue. Had 19 pounds even yesterday. 5 fish here today. Looking for 14-12, 11-6. He moves into 20th place with 30 pounds and 6 ounces. Get loud for Shane LaHue. Shane, 30 pounds and 6 ounces, 20th place. Not a bad couple of weeks.
No, the South Carolina swing was good to me. This crowd's great. I love fishing like this. Tough fisheries suit my style really well. If I wouldn't have made a mental error the first day and went to the place, like I told you, after the first day I weighed in, I caught a 3-pounder there in practice and caught a 3-pounder. The last 2 days I just stayed there. I never had a 3-pounder today, just all the same size fish, but I'm getting to throw some of the new Abu Garcia Veracity rods. Those come out at ICAST. Definitely get a chance to check those out. And pretty much the last 2 weeks, I've done all my damage on a power bait general. So anytime it's tough, that's a great go-to bait, or around the spawn and stuff like that. So definitely check those out too.
Why is that bait specifically, if you look at the amount of fish that have been caught on it the last few weeks, why is it specifically so good? It's good all year, but really, really shines this time of year.
You can fish it fast, but you're also fishing slow at the same time. And a lot of times these fish are on the bed, especially here. I think there was a few on the bed that you couldn't see. So, if you get that bait in front of them, it's pretty much automatic.
I'm looking forward to seeing you on Lake Fork. It's great to have him on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Let's keep him rolling. From Michigan, get loud for Garrett Paquette. Had 17-15, looking for 15 pounds, 13 ounces, but let's get him some points. 10-1, he moves into 29th place with 28 pounds even. Once again, want to remind our top 10, make sure you're backstage. We'll be bringing you out in just a minute. Unfortunately, not going to make it in top 10 this week, but a great tournament.
Yeah, a great tournament. To start the season as poorly as I did, I've now made the last 3 cuts, so it's we're turning things in the right direction. But man, what a cool week! I mean, we got to experience a lot this week that we don't get to experience as bass fishermen every day. Running down there 100 miles, seeing dolphins jumping, it was pretty unique. And man, what a great crowd! You guys are the reason that Bass is the #1 tournament organization in the world. Thank you.
We're happy to have you as a big part of it and a big part of our future. A former Bassmaster Elite Series Rookie of the Year from Caryville, Tennessee, Brandon Card. Had 17-15 to start the day. 4 fish here today, 9 pounds, 3 ounces, gives him 27 pounds and 2 ounces. Going to finish his tournament, but he's going to get paid to leave town. 27 pounds, 2 ounces, and getting paid to leave town. So that's not the worst case scenario.
Yeah, it's been a fun week. I mean, I had an awesome practice. I was actually really optimistic about this event. I had a day where I could have had a limit of those right there on top water, and that fish actually destroyed a buzzbait today. It was an incredible hit. He sharked it for like 10 feet and just collided with the buzzbait. It was pretty awesome, and that was pretty early on, so I thought it was going to go down, like it did in practice, but it didn't. But it's still been a fun week. My Suzuki's ran flawless all week. The fuel economy on that thing is crazy. Going all the way to the Cooper River and back, not using a whole lot of fuel. But also I want to say thank you to my wife and my mother-in-law for coming and supporting me. And we're going to the beach tomorrow.
Enjoy yourself at the beach. We look forward to seeing you at Lake Fork. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our weigh-in. We started with 75, cut it down to 35. Now there will only be 10. Are you ready to meet them? No. You got to get way louder. I told you we're going to burn out. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we started with 75 anglers. 35 went out today, and 10 remain. All of them with one goal ahead of them. This is the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Elite at Winyah Bay, and one of these anglers will roll out of town an Elite Series champion and $100,000 richer. Are you ready? 4 events into his Elite Series career, this bright young star has shown he is here to stay. Currently leading the Dick's Sporting Goods Rookie of the Year. Currently leading the Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year. From South Carolina, Patrick Walters. Originally from the West Coast, now makes his home in Florida. He battled last year to make it back here. After a year off due to medical absence, nothing could keep him away, and he makes it to Championship Sunday. Jesse Decarante! He is a 2-time FLW Tour champion, multiple FLW Cup qualifications. He had a pretty cushy life, but he wanted to test himself against the best, and he has already passed that test, shooting it out for Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Get loud for Scott Canterbury! You want to talk about a special 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago today, he had a brand new baby. He went to that Elite Series event, hammered him there, rolled into town in his hometown of South Carolina. He is a two-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion, a former Geico Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Aiken, South Carolina, the Tower of Power, J-Will Jason Williamson. One of the strongest young rookie crops on the Bassmaster Elite Series. 4 Elite Series events into his career. He's already here on Championship Sunday, and nobody should be surprised. He's fished 9 total Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Opens, and he cashed a check in 7 of them. From Colgate, Oklahoma, Luke Palmer. He holds a crest near and dear to his heart. He has captained the Anglers for Autism, and karma came knocking, and he answered the door today. A 10-time Classic qualifier, a former Elite Series champion from Salem, Virginia, the cruise missile, John Cruz. He is a former Forest Wood Cup qualifier. He has won 5 Costa FLW events, and he's going to be rolling out on Championship Sunday, turning it around since day number 1 from Florida, Kobe Krieger. He is the reigning and defending Forest Wood Cup champion, a former FLW Tour Rookie of the Year from Alabama. Get loud for Clint Davis. One member of our Canadian invasion, and it seems like we got one week after week. He is a 3-time Costa Tour Angler of the Year, a 3-time Canadian Open champion. He is in the top 10 in our Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year race from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Corey Johnston. A 2-time Ultimate Match Fishing champion, the youngest angler ever to win an FLW Tour event. We've had 4 events this year. He has made the top 10 in the last 3, hot off a 2nd place finish from Arkansas, Stetson Blaylock. We started with 75, cut it down to 35. Now 10 remain. One more time. Let's hear it for your top 10. On behalf of our entire staff, we want to thank everybody from Georgetown, South Carolina. You guys have been awesome. One more day and 10 anglers with 1 shot at the 4th Bassmaster Elite Series title of the season. This time tomorrow, there will be 1.